What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, here on Industry Talk, and welcome to Primetime Pod, the hottest information resource outlet for all things entertainment, breaking news, celebrity interviews, and the hot topics of the day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.
Okay.
Shit.
Prime time pie. Make sure you check it
Pal, why the fuck you think he missing? He say that.
And second bill a whole lot.
Now I'm not trying to get a little messy with you.
Time is money.
They go trap.
What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. Coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space and I'm in your face, and I'm definitely blessed to be living another day. It is March the 8th, 2026, here in the great state. I think my microphone was off. And like I said, welcome everyone. I'm definitely in your space and I'm in your face and blessed to be here for another day. March 8th, 2026. We're going to be getting into it with you today with my good man, Jarrell Braswell, comedian Jarrell Braswell. Do a little house cleaning before we get everything jumped off. Welcome, everyone who's joining me, wherever you're joining, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn. Make sure you share the live. Share the live. Lock us in, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Share the live. What's going on, Jay Shaw? Brother Jonathan Shaw. Share the live. Lock us in, tell a friend. Dedicated, committed. Definitely appreciate you locking in with us. Inside Speaks. Military veteran point of view. Lock in with Jonathan Shaw on a regular and consistent basis. Today, for some odd reason, he got pulled over. You know, sometimes people like to go out, move around their community, check their environment, check their background, check their front, check their rear. You know what I'm saying? Make sure their proximity is good, whether it be a mile down the road, 2 miles down the road, 3 miles down the road, 5 mile out, 10 mile swath, bandwidth away from the house. Making sure that you know every part, nook, and cranny of your territory and surroundings. Well, you know, Jay Shaw likes to go out rucking, and you guys got to go check his video because I'm not going to tell you what happened. But he got stopped. He got pulled over today. Very interesting conversation. Go check it out. Go check it out. Tap in with Brother Jay Shaw and his adventures. Comes across quite a few things as he's moving around out there in the woods, doing his thing, enjoying life. You know, get it from his perspective. Inside Speaks, man. Go check him out. Jay Shaw. And like I said, we're going to have a very, very interesting conversation today because it's about dedication. It's about being dedicated. It's about being committed to what it is that you set forth to do. I'm also checking all my technical stuff, making sure that everything is up and running and you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know. Last time I had the mute button on while I was viewing the movie and wasn't aware. I went through an entire technical calamity trying to make sure I got everything back working, and it was just the mute button. Hey, man, we make mistakes. We make mistakes. But we keep pressing forward. Stay dedicated and committed. I'm waiting for JB to jump on with us here in just a little bit. But while we're waiting, let me come over here. Open up this panel. While we're waiting, if you have not subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time, and stay tuned in with us here on Industry Talk every day, live at 5. Hot topics with various individuals, entrepreneurs, writers, artists, whether it be singers, dancers, rappers, hip hop community. We speak with veterans. We speak with convicted felons. We speak with individuals who had life sentences that have been pardoned by presidents. We have conversations with everyone that want to engage with our platform simply because your story matters. Might ask me, G, why are you saying that? Your story matters because what you go through, what you've experienced may light the fire or be the catalyst or be the solution to an issue that someone else out there in the world may be going through. And when we talk about it, when we unpack it, when we unbox it, when we, get into our own self, our own psyche, and begin to allow ourselves to be vulnerable about what it is that we've experienced in life, the ups, the downs, and I can assure you, if you lived a very fruitful life, there's been more downs than ups, but the ups, are really extreme because of the work, the perseverance, and the dedication that you put into getting to where you're trying to be in your life, not just in a particular position like financially stable or, married with 2 kids. No. I'm talking about in your own personal life. When you figure that part of it out, when you're there mentally, physically, spiritually, because you've dedicated and committed your time and your talent to accomplishing the goals that you set for yourself, not the parameters that other people put on you, not acting in accordance to what they say you need to do, because their timing isn't your timing. When it's going to hit for you, it's going to hit for you. You have to be prepared for that. We talked about that yesterday. You have to be able to leverage your analytics. You have to be able to leverage your skill set and your talent. We talked about that a couple days ago. Everything that we speak about day in and day out is just reference points to things that individuals go through. It's not that I'm a guru about anything in particular that we're talking about, although I know everything that encompasses doing business, doing good business, fair business, understanding people, knowing how to make the connection between people and not being an impasse, not getting in the way, but being a conduit to success for all parties involved. See, there's a big difference there. I could sit there and run you down my resume. Yeah, I could do that. I could tell you where I went to college. I could tell you who I worked for. I can give you that whole laundry list of things that are accomplishments that I hold dear to myself. I hold in high esteem because of who I am as an individual, and I know what I've accomplished in my life. But it doesn't mean a damn thing to someone that doesn't know me. The only thing that matters is, am I committed? Am I dedicated? And is my word sound? Because if you say you're going to do something, are you going to do it? Are you going to be dedicated and consistent enough for me to believe in trusting that, hey, we can move forward in business? You telling me your resume doesn't mean the damn thing. That don't mean that you're going to get the job done. You're not going to complete the job at hand. So we're talking about dedication. We're talking about commitment. We're talking about perseverance, resilience, because within everything that I've been talking about, it all falls on my shoulders or on your shoulders to get it done. Yes, you can have a team of 15, 20 individuals rocking out with you, but they are not going to be as dedicated to your vision and your dream as you are, because they have their own dream and vision. And so how do we break that selfish thought process of my idea has to go first, when all of the ideas can move forward progressively if in fact we talk about how to make it work with a smooth transition and synergy, so that, hey man, I'm not treading on your toes. I'm not taking away from what it is that you're trying to get accomplished. I'm actually assisting, because my skill set combined with your skill set can elevate everything that we're trying to do across every board. Until you find individuals that can work in conjunction that way, in a cohesive spirit that way, and leave the ego at the door, and yes, as men and as women, based on your sphere of influence, everybody has that bravado, that something about themselves that makes them understand who they are as an individual. We're not taking away from any of that. No one is asking anyone to be submissive or less than or nothing along those lines. No, hell no. Be who you are. Bring to the table what it is that you do, but in a spirit of unification as opposed to competition. I love friendly competition, but if I'm competing against you, I'm competing against you. And if we're on a team, I have no reason to compete against you. If we're a team, if we're building a team, yes, we can sharpen one another. Our intellect, our spirit, the camaraderie, the oneness of the organization in itself. But if we're constantly competing against one another for a spot, so to speak, there's no telling what we'll do to one another to get to the top spot. Yes, Brother Sean, you got to know what the mission is, the main mission. It's the only way to accomplish anything. If we're on a team, I'm pushing you to do more each and every day. That is a great and excellent point. Because if you're not pushing me to excel at the highest level, then you're not doing me any favors. I should have my own self-motivation, but if I have that outside influence that's pushing me to excel beyond what I even know that I can do, because they see something in me that I might not necessarily see in myself at that point in time in my life, and they're there to push me through it, and to get me to the other side, to open up another level of my whole intellectual thought process, yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's all about how this whole narrative of team and family concept are supposed to work, the dynamic of it. And I didn't say everything is going to be perfect. Yes, we make mistakes along the way. There are bumps in the road. Tragedies happen. But if you're putting your best foot forward, then you're laying down the foundation to secure yourselves from any liability, shall we say. Or when you do have a bump in the road, it's not something that's going to set you so far back that you can't sit there and realize where the mistake was, fix it, fine tune it, tweak it, and keep it pushing. And keep it pushing. Let me call JB and see, because we got some stuff I want to talk to JB about today. See what time you're going to jump on with me. I've been talking for about a good 15 minutes. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome, everybody that has joined the live. I appreciate you coming on out and hanging out with me. Goldie, 662, welcome to the live. Let's see. Yeah, he might be getting to the studio. I know he was on the road earlier. So let me get into it like this, man. Because y'all know I get the rambling on and talking. Big shout out to a couple of individuals. I'm gonna sit there and bring their names up damn near every day because I hold them in high esteem because of what they do for the community, what they do for artists. Make sure you go follow on Instagram, DJ BJ Clark. That is DJ BJ Clark, 104.5 FM radio WRFU up in Champaign, Illinois, in that area, Urbana. Yes, reach out to my man. He is with College Radio. If you know an artist that is trying to make their way onto radio, they have their music registered correctly through all of the right resources to secure their royalties through streaming and through different platforms that they might put their music onto. Well, definitely reach out to DJ BJ Clark. Submit your EPK, your music, your website, your information. He will get you locked in. He will get you in rotation. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm guaranteeing it. If it's clean music, make sure you let me rephrase. Don't send him no bullshit. Okay. Don't send music that's not radio ready. And we know what radio ready music is. You can't have any kind of cursing, no derogatory language, nothing that's inciting any type of riotous type of behavior. You guys know what the FCC allows for, so please, make sure you send him something that's FCC compliant, and you'll be good to go. He'll definitely put you in rotation, and at the same time, you're collecting, if it's registered correctly, you'll be collecting streams via radio at that point. Now, how many times he's going to play it in rotation throughout the course of a month or a year? That's not up to me to determine. It's his radio station that they're working up there in Illinois, and so you have to build that relationship with DJ BJ Clark, become a part of his community, become a part of his family, become a part of his social media networking, digital footprint that's out there with other individuals that are actively participating with his podcast, actively participating with his lives while he's in the radio station, submitting good music to him for him to play. The laundry list goes on and on and on and on and on. And that's just one DJ. That's just one DJ. If you're an artist, you have to build that relationship or relationships with all of the DJs in your region, all of the DJs that are on radio, that are in radio, not just the disc jockeys that are doing the weddings and the bar mitzvahs and the nightclubs. No, DJs that are actually on radio. You hear their voice, you hear them spinning, you hear them talking, and they're sitting there pushing and have the opportunity at the push of a button through communication with their program directors to put your music in rotation if it's worthy enough. Now you might have to buy some sponsorship packages or something to do with some advertising, which is also a good thing, because here's a trick to it. You could advertise a product or apparel or concert or whatever, an event, or even just promote who you are as an artist and utilize your music in the commercial, hence a spin. You've paid for the advertisement. You've paid for the opportunity, if you go through sponsorship, to come on to the show and talk to them about who you are. So there's all different types of ways to skin the cat, but you're not thinking about it. You're just doing what the sales rep says at the radio station. Oh no, I can't do that. That's just outrageous. That just costs too much. It's not like back in the day when you could slip the radio disc jockey a couple of dollars and he runs your track. Although that wasn't, you know what I'm saying, customary. They called it payola, but it happened. It happens. It's still happening. But if you go through the sales department and you look at the different packages that they have and the best times to actually, hit radio, then you can pull together and coordinate an awesome attack with getting your music out to the people, getting your message out to the people, to a large demographic outside of the social media side of it. I'm talking about real terrestrial radio, where it's going to reach a sound demographic of individuals that lock in and listen to that particular radio station every day. So work out a strategic approach in terms of how you actually spend your advertisement dollars with radio and even television. But we're not talking about television right now. We're not talking about the television budget. All right. The program director has the power. Correct. What's going on, Brother Earl Hempstead? Welcome to the live. Hempstead, man, shoot me some information about what you got going on, man. I see you got a lot of stuff. I see a lot of stuff coming down your feed, down your pipeline. Let us know what we need to talk about today, man. Drop it in the line, man. Drop it in the line. Talk to us so I can sit there and mention it on the show today. Let me know what you got going on. We're waiting for my brother Jarrell Braswell to jump on here with us. We're going to get into it with Jarrell. If not, y'all know me. I don't like talking to myself. I like engaging with individuals and seeing what's going on all around the world. So if you have something that you want to talk about, please let me know. And yes, the program directors, the PDs, they hold the green light. You are right, Brother Shaw. You are right. Let me see. Let me go back and read some of these comments. Shaw says, that's the military mindset. When there's a weak link, we must correct it and adjust it. Iron sharpens iron. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with that. If one on the team is pushing you to do much more each and every day, that's right. We read that one. Let's see. Boom, boom. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, y'all keep on shooting me some information, man. Shoot me some questions. Shoot me some comments. Things that you want to know about JB. Things that he's got going on. We know that he is doing some major things coming from Wetumpka, Alabama, in the space of comedy. And over the past 14, 15, 16 years, JB has definitely been committed and dedicated to his craft. I mean, really locked in for everyone that comes across him, everyone that knows him. You know, he's been a consummate professional. I say that all the time. So today, you know, as we jump this thing off, we're gonna get into it, and whether Jarrell gets on or not, I'm still going to showcase what I wanted to showcase, because it goes back and gives you an idea of how committed he is to what it is that he's engaged in as a comedian after coming out of the Marine Corps. And that whole situation with the Corps and some things that took place in Japan, that's a whole different story that we'll get into, which in fact, you know, I mean, he made national news. It's not like it's some secret, but at the same time, it's still a part of your life when you get accused of something that you did not do, and the guilt of it and the dark side of it cast a very, very wide shadow. But when you're exonerated, the apologies barely see a flicker of light. And, you know, when you deal with those types of traumas, when you deal with those types of accusations, and still have, you know, that resiliency, still want to fight for who you are as a man in this world, in accomplishing what it is that you're trying to accomplish. That's all about Jarrell's story, and you see it in his actions. People make mistakes. Some people get accused of shit that they didn't do and still have to carry the burden of it, even after the fact. You see? So, you know, you never know what people are going through, and you never know why they do the things they do in terms of, hey, man, this is how I get to my safe space, my solace, my sanctum sanctorum, where I can be within my mind and actually still, you know, be active around people, be active around um, um, crowds, you know, and not react in such a way that, you know, I look crazy out here. So if I've got to sit here and tell jokes, if I've got to sit here and express what I'm going through and do it in comedic fashion, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my life in comedic form. And, you know, whether you get it or not, it really don't matter. It really doesn't matter, because the shit is funny as hell. It's funny as hell. Is that you just got to catch up to it and see what's going on in my life and understand that, wait a minute, man, this dude is telling me exactly what's going on in his life. I'm thinking he just making up jokes. No, this shit is really happening, or has happened, and he just found a way to get beyond that trauma. You got to sit there and laugh about some things just so that you don't break down and cry about it. Because there's some things that you really can't express. A lot of people say, oh man, I'm an open book. Bullshit. There are some things that you have in your life that you've experienced or gone through that you do not want anybody to know about. You know, you're trying your best to forget about it, or you've suppressed it so much so that you don't think about it, can't think about it. And if you're triggered to the point to where it causes you to activate, then hey man, people are in trouble because they don't understand that the way that they play and bullshit and fuck off and fuck around isn't how you play. You engaged in the game and you didn't know the rules of the game. My rules of how I play and how you play are very different, my friend. So remember that about people. But, I think I done veered off the conversation talk point for today because we're talking about dedication. We're talking about being dedicated. So let's go ahead on and jump this thing off. You see, everybody wants the spotlight. Everybody wants the glitz and the glamour, but not everybody is willing to put in the work when nobody is watching. Dedication is those late nights, early mornings, the missed parties, and sacrifices that people never see. It's showing up every day committed to getting better. Brother Shaw just said that a minute ago. I'm going to push you every day to get better. Even when the results don't come right away. Your craft could be music, comedy, filmmaking, be an entrepreneur, be sports, whatever lane you're in. But the one who rises to the top are the ones who stay disciplined and stay focused when things get hard. Because talent might open the door, but dedication is what keeps you in the room. So yes, today we're talking about the mindset, we're talking about the grind, your level of commitment it takes to truly master what you do. That's what we're going to be talking about today on Industry Talk with all of you good people. And I thank you for joining me today. I thank you for chiming in and giving me your insight, your input, your dedication and commitment to this show. And yes, you're right, Brother Shaw. Sometimes the real work, it's never seen. It's never seen. So, if in fact you're in it for the fame, your flame will die out very quickly because you're going to get exhausted from the work. It's real. You do hours, hundreds of hours of prep for 15, 20, 30 minutes on a stage. Think about that. And if you're not a headliner, you might get 5, 10 minutes. So you're doing hours upon hours of working, getting in front of a camera, talking to yourself, in front of the mirror, watching your facial inflections, watching your posture, making sure that your cadence to how you speak to the audience is in such a manner that they understand you. So yes, you have to practice these things. You have to get comfortable knowing who you are. And that happens hours upon hours upon hours of practice when nobody is there to sit there and pat you on the back and say, hey man, keep pushing, you're doing a great job. And then you get on something like a podcast or your own social media network and you're committed to being a content creator. You press that live button and the next thing you know, no one is there. You're there by yourself. You're excited. Hey, I'm about to have a room full of people paying attention, locking in with me, engaging, and hey, man, the crazy banter that goes back and forth when you can sit there and open up the door to other individuals to participate and no one is there. You come back a day later, you see there's no views. Some people say, fuck it, I'm done. This ain't for me. Others that are dedicated and committed to what it is that they believe in, they know that things take time. They have to practice. They have to improve. What am I doing wrong? Let me check my analytics. Let me check my profile. Let me see how I'm looking on camera. Am I being authentic? Am I being genuine? Am I giving the individuals that are locked in, that I want to lock in, something to use? Am I giving them motivation? Am I encouraging them? Am I just being a transactional individual and I'm trying to sell them on something? What is it that I'm doing that's going to lock the people in? And if you're not going back and forth in your mind and writing down different topics and bullet points to yourself about what you need to do to improve, and just like Brother Shaw was saying, if you don't have a team member that's going to push you to make sure that you're on point, time on task, and make sure that you're staying committed to what it is that you said you're going to do, accountability, then this shit is not for you. I don't know how to present it to you any other way. This shit is not for you. And I'm not just talking about podcasting. I'm talking about being in business, being an entrepreneur, being a self-starter, self-motivated, and being dedicated and committed to the team, the people around you, the folks that are depending on what it is that you say you're going to do. And you accomplishing that and you getting it done. And there's nothing wrong with telling someone, if they ask, can you get this done for me? And you have no clue about how to get it done. Say, you know what? I might not necessarily be the person to get this accomplished for you, but I have someone on the team that can bring it to life. And we can work on this together. Don't ever turn down an opportunity. I'm not saying to say, no, I can't do it. I don't have can't in my vocabulary. Some people don't understand that. Because the individual that says he can and the individual that says he can't do, they're both right. You're 100% correct. I'd much rather be with the individuals that always consistently say that I can do. I will do whatever it takes to get things accomplished. I will go read. I will go study. I will go immerse myself in learning what it takes to accomplish the goal, the task at hand. There's too much information out here present day. Too much knowledge, too much resource, too much access for us to make excuses about what we're not accomplishing. And I know I got on the soapbox. That's not what I was attempting to do. I'm going to call JB today. Let me see what we got out here on the chat. Let's see. Yeah. Definitely locked in with powerful people behind the scenes. Truth is, that's where the true connections live at. That is correct. Even if no one is there watching you, you got to keep going because that pushes the algorithm. That's why I'm always flooding the show. He said, I don't watch comments. I watch the comments, Jay Shaw, because I like engaging with people. Good, bad, ugly. You know what I mean? I like them all because that lets me know that people are paying attention. It's real people paying attention. And when you're in the process of building a marketing and promotions network, and taking said information to various advertisers to leverage what it is that we do, taking said analytics and data points to comedy venues, wherever it may be, to show that we have leverage in those markets. So if we begin to talk about particular um, things that are going on, whether it's an event or it's a brand or it's an item or it's a show, then we know that we have access to direct marketing to your region. We're also going to start incorporating geofencing in some of the way that we approach, areas when Jarrell starts to go to different areas. We want folks to know, hey, Jarrell Braswell is going to be in your area. We're on the I Got Motion tour with Bubba Dub, things of that nature. You walk into a shopping mall, it pops up on your phone, in, let's say, Kansas City, because he's going to be in Kansas City that weekend. So, 3-4 days out, we start pushing, information into the region that this guy is going to be in your region, and it hits your phone automatically. You walk into the nightclub where they're going to be, it pops up, through the geofencing technology that's out there. So, it's a whole different approach to, and if folks are like, man, what the hell is he talking about? Yes, you have to research these things. You have to, if in fact you're going to be polished and thorough across the board when you market and promote yourself, you can't just expect that, hey, I'm going to push something out there on the internet and it's going to get everywhere. Yes, it'll be dispersed everywhere. It's everywhere for somebody to grab it, but nobody does. But if you could target market your analytics, if you could target market the data points that come together and say, okay, well, in New York, you've got 15,000 people in this particular region that are tapped in with you. Okay, well, which borough are they in? Okay, well, Bronx, Brooklyn. Okay, we don't have too many over there in Long Island, Staten Island. Okay, well, let's market to this region. And, 30 miles out, 25, 30 miles out, to where, as we know, people would be willing to take the train or come in, from that distance and have no problem with it because they're seeing the advertisement and promotion. Or I just send one little post out and it's dispersed to everybody. And I'm thinking that people in California are going to pay attention to an ad that's taking place in New York on an event date. It's not going to happen unless you've invited somebody from California to fly in to New York. So make your approach in terms of how you market yourself, promote yourself, attack a region. You got to do it in a smart way. A lot smarter than just thinking that a button in social media is going to get you there. And I'm not telling you that you have to put a whole bunch of advertisement dollars into anything. I'm just telling you to research all of the models and mechanisms that are out there for your use. And I veered because I was talking about terrestrial radio, DJ BJ Clark. I'm supposed to be giving out my shout outs to everybody. I didn't started going down a rabbit hole about how you market and push yourself in a region. If you're an artist, you're going to be performing, or if you have a book and you want to attack a region, it's just not going to be a blanketed thing. You want to attack a region. If you're going to do a promo run, if you're going to do a podcast run, you're talking about your CD, you're talking about your music, your products and services, whatever it is, and you're going out and you're going to different podcasts. Let's say you're hitting Texas and you have 5 different podcast outlets that you're going to go sit down and talk with. Well, before you get to Texas, you want everybody in that region to know that you're going to be in that area. Why? You want to direct your marketing campaign to people in that area, as well as 30 miles out. You might get an opportunity to book a show. You might get an opportunity to do a Q&A, a meet and greet. Go to the barbershop, get a haircut, do some pictures, push some flats. That's hand-to-hand combat with the information about who you are. QR code, go to my site. I'm following you to my website. But at the same time, I'm letting you know in advance that I'm going to be in your region on these days. Let's work and see what the best pockets through your analytics on your dashboard say. These people in this region, well, I mean, hell, you might as well stay away from Houston. Ain't nobody paying attention to you in Houston. That's a cold market for you right now. But if you go to Dallas, it's a hot market. You got all these people over in this area that are looking for you, trying to tap in with you. You got DJs that are locked in with you. Okay. Smart approaches. Have you ever beat a dead horse? Has anybody ever beat a dead horse? Because if you have, you realize that motherfucker ain't getting up, don't you? Okay. All right. Let me call JB. Let me call JB. And thank you to everybody that has joined the live and listened to me going in about nothing. Because at the end of the day, if you don't take what I'm saying and utilize it to assist you, then, you know. But I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I really do this for myself, for my own sanity, for my own peace. I really do. Because sometimes, you know, you got things on your mind. This stuff's going to be recorded. It's going to be out there forever. Unless I decide to take it down, and it's still going to be out there forever. But somebody will go back one day and be like, you know what? That old dude was making some sense with some of the shit he was saying. Maybe not everything, but some of the shit he was saying actually, you know, it was tracking. You know, 2 + 2 wasn't always 4 for that motherfucker, but it added up most of the time. So let's see. I'm not linking in with JB, but I'm still going to run some of this information because I said I wanted to show you just how locked in and dedicated JB has been to his craft, right? He's building his social media numbers up. His data points and analytics are to the point to whereas, you know, if somebody wants JB to post a business opportunity or something like that, or utilize him for commercial prowess, you know, advertisement acumen, well, they have to pay him for that, right? And it only makes sense. You know, we're not basing it on, you know, just follower count, because we all know that follower count, 20% of that is actual, right? And we're not saying that those are fake numbers. We're saying that people that really engage, it's like 20%. And then 20%, that 20%, when you have a call to action, you might really fare around, you know, 5 to 10% that actually are activated. And then the rest of the 20% will gradually fall into place. You see, once they see the rest of the herd moving, you know, so we take a smart approach to how we look at the data points. We don't just overly believe that, hey, man, 100,000 people are tapped into everything that we're saying every day, and we're just knocking it out the park. No, you have to think about this strategically. We have to think about this strategically, right? And so if radio advertisement is charging you anywhere from $2 to $75 and sometimes more for radio spots, depending on what it is, 30 to 60-second spots that get limited play over a short period of time, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how long you lock in on a radio run and where you actually place your dollars for spins for your commercial, your 30 to 60-second spot. through social media, you have something that is going to be out there in the space forever. So when you market yourself as an individual that promotes through social media, and we're going to put your product and service through social media and utilize Jarrell Braswell as a brand ambassador, that information that is recorded and pushed out and dispersed and distributed through the DSPs will be out there forever. So you have a commercial that never ends. You see, that part of it people don't think about. You might pay one fee for a piece of intellectual property that never ends in perpetuity. And that's what we sign on for. We get it. We're not asking for royalties or a residual from that. No, what I'm trying to say is people don't understand that when you want to utilize a comedian or a hip hop mogul or an artist's um, platform to push your brand through their platform to their audience, and they have impact on that audience, then you have to be willing to pay for that. And sometimes people don't understand the fees that come along with it. You see? So when you create those brand deals and those endorsement deals and those sponsorship plays, those contracts that you lock in that people really don't know about, try to figure how does this work behind the scenes, you know, um, these are things that help fuel everything and make everything with the networking come together. So keep that in mind when you see an artist and you say, hey, man, can you do X, Y, Z for me? And believe me, it has nothing to do with your social media numbers because you're wanting to build your numbers. That's the whole point behind you asking the question. But there are no favors to be done when, in fact, someone has built their own platform organically. They've gotten themselves to the point where they can leverage their notoriety. And it is a true organic base. When there's a call to action, they will act on the call. So let's see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, Jay Shaw. Yeah, don't beat the horse up, man. Don't beat the dead horse, man. I know you're joking, man. Let's see here. Let me see if I can't pull this up right quick. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, people be asking me like, JB, what's it like? You know what I'm saying? Being on tour, Bubba Dub, being part of BDE. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we doing, the partnership we got going on. JB Comedy BDE, man, it's something special. We working though, no days off. It's a grind to sacrifice. We having to be away from our loved ones, our family members, and significant others, et cetera, et cetera. Um, Work hard during the week, work hard on the weekends. Touring the country, man. Comedy tours, comedy dates all over the place. So, like I said, man, it's a job within itself, man. Just staying uh, fresh, refreshed, and sharp. So it's an everyday job. It's a non-stop job. Got to keep it going. But I love to do it. So, just letting you guys know, man. It might look easy, but we make it look easy. And none of this shit easy for real, man. But it's a blessing, man. And at the same time, it's like it's a privilege too. But you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? And show love to it and show it attention. If not, your ass can get replaced, get moved out the way or fall off. But man, it just feels good, man, to be able to do what I do what I love to do, and enjoy the journey and the ride, and also just take it in all at the same time. That's about all I got. You can expect more from me. Just stay tuned, man. I don't want to give you guys too much on what's going on, but just know something going on. But y'all see that already, man. But just stay tuned, though. That's all I got. Bye.
Yeah. Big hood. That pocket full of fake 50, dry pocket full of bills in it. Got them 100 packs on me. I know what to do with it. 8,000 each shoe. I'm walking on 2 houses. He bring them bags up. He can't leave the house. I'm Mr. Slay that dick. Mr. Beat your hoe. 2,000 on the dot. Stepping on the dope. I'm Mr. Ride Uber. I'm Mr. Ain't Got It. He Mr. Rum Shaker. I'm Mr. Coochie Scraper. The way I'm driving the big, I just might kill or something. Why would I chase the pigs when I know my check is coming? You coming on money, nigga?
Hey, what up? It's your boy Ryan Davis checking in with the Jay Braswell report. Y'all see it?
Yeah, man. Where we at, dog? Shreveport? We down here with 50 in Shreveport? Huh? About to put a spark in the economy down here in Shreveport. We got 50 Cent building up. Oh, man. Bills, we outside. We outside. Listen, Shreveport it's about to be the Vegas of the South. You dig? 50 doing some incredible things, y'all.
Black Vegas, baby.
Shout out to Bubba Dub. Shout out to everybody that showed up down here this weekend. We showed the love.
Niggas too nasty. In the clothes wearing dresses. Niggas thought I was sweating, but 50 what on my chest.
Going through JB's series, kicking it with JB.
Yeah, that's what I love.
Just showing you that he been doing it, man. Full catalog.
I was stomach fucking school, why I can't write a sentence. Just want a dollar store, pair of shoes, $12.50. The balls up your life, come get this quick pick. The police let me go, cause I got unpaid tickets. I'm fresh as hell in the club. Bitch, give me some light. Say you the boss, we'll put down on them dimes. Left wrist on fade, look like you got the light.
Hey man, you tune in to the Jay Braswell, you know what I mean? Report, you know what I'm talking about? Fuck with it, town business.
Say something. My name's Donald Davis. Not Bill Jordan Davis. Charlotte, North Carolina. Born and raised.
Okay, I got people in North Carolina.
Got people in North Carolina?
I was stationed in North Carolina. I'm 8 years Marine vet.
Okay. Hey, man.
Marine Corps veteran. Praise God.
I'm number one, Philadelphia number one, but I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Jordan Davis' uncle. Hey, that's his first Super Bowl, but he been to Super Bowl twice with the Eagles. But he won one. And it's going here.
We don't bet you don't know. Toughest goddamn, tightest goddamn. Come around and motherfucking Memphis, man.
Working, baby.
Y'all see what's going on, man. Y'all see what's going on, man. Y'all see it right here. Y'all see it first.
Hey, look. I bet you don't know.
I
bet you don't know.
Hey, what Super Bowl is here?
I bet you don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Yes, sir.
Shots to my guy Bubba Dub, man. Shots to my guy JB, man. We put that work in.
On the toilet shit, you can smell it in the kitchen. Big on big hooch, I still no square business. Yeah, like a nigga.
This shit real fly. Damn, plastic. This ain't even Christmas, nigga. I got it. I got it here.
Yeah, that's just a nice dude.
Show you.
Nice box. Make sure there's no bum in this motherfucker.
Damn, y'all see the presentation? God damn. What's this, fam? Shit. That's hard. What? Dang. Right.
Y'all see this right here, man? Yeah, overnight. You feel me? That's what the bag say, overnight. Yeah. Like this, bro. It's dope, bro. Appreciate it. That's love, bro. Also, oh yeah, got the passport. Wow. Y'all see that, man? Some of y'all don't be going nowhere. Y'all don't be going outside the city. Passport right here, man. Passport. I appreciate this, bro. This shit is dope. That's love. Y'all see it? Go and get it. Support the movement, man. Y'all be buying everybody else shit except our own, man. Support us, man. Real talk. Don't give a damn how much it costs. You don't say that shit when you go to Louis. Spending $5,000 and $10,000 in Louis. You can't spend $600-$700. Stop that monkey ass shit, man. Like, we're better together. Remember that. I like this shit, bro. This shit dope. Thank you, bro.
They be out there on that We the One store, behind the scenes with JB, even with JB, out there doing what he do.
Something to do, man. I don't know what he's doing, but we're gonna find. There they go. We're here, bro. We're in, bro.
Where we at? We in a gulp, nigga. Got that ham with it. Gulp, nigga, in the ham, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Alabama, you know what I'm talking about? Sweet home Alabama. Cam God in the motherfucking mix. We got my boy Jerry Braswell in the motherfucking. Hey, y'all better check my boy out. Funny comedian. Also, he a shooter with the team. Yeah, get in. Hey, you wanna get come on. What you gotta say?
Shit, we the ones.
We the ones. Y'all the ones. We the ones. Yeah.
Them goddamn relationships ain't for the weak. Me and my girl got into a fight last week because I bought her son some fake Jordan from shit. He ain't my real son, so he can get real shit. Fuck that nigga.
Yes, indeed. You see, so, and that's just a couple of videos. You know, I wanted to sit there and go through each one of them with JB tonight. You know, and give me a sense of, you know, what he was experiencing mentally, what he was going through, being on stage, looking at, you know, 15, 20, 30,000 people, you know, filming your man, walking through the arenas, you know, networking with different individuals. You see, a lot of folks think that shit just happens overnight. JB been doing this for over 16 years, man. 16 years he's been dedicating himself and putting himself into position to be exactly where he is right now. So if in fact you want to see an example of the time it takes, the commitment, the dedication, and the framework that it takes, remolding yourself, crashing and burning, but still within that crashing and burning, you rise up out that motherfucker like a phoenix from the ashes. Jarrell Braswell giving it to you. And then he comes on here on a regular, consistent basis and breaks down what's going on day in and day out in his life. He's showing you. And if you don't sit there and follow the example of what it is that you got to do to get through, you might as well stop paying attention over here. Because that's all we're going to do. And that's not just with Jarrell. That's with every artist that we deal with here in our camp. We want them to succeed. We want to put them into positions. We're working to put them into positions as hard as they're working to put themselves in position to excel in their space. I've been yipping and yapping for over an hour or so now. I certainly appreciate everyone that has joined the live today. We're talking about dedication, ladies and gentlemen, being dedicated and committed to your craft, being dedicated and committed to yourself in accomplishing the goals that you set forward. If you say it, do it. It's just that simple. And don't make any excuses about it. Because excuses, my friends, are monuments of nothing. They build bridges to nowhere. Those of us who choose to use these tools of incompetence shall become masters of the same. I thank you. It's been another great episode of Industry Talk here on the Prime Time Network. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up, DM me, hit me on the email, hit me on the hip if you know my number. And we're going to be here back at it every day and in every way, live at 5 in your space and in your face. Giving it to you the only way that we know how. Real, authentic, unapologetic, and as raw as we're allowed to present it to you. Because people's lives are real, people's lives are raw, and once you start peeling back the scab to find a place of atonement, of healing, like I said, that solace, that safe space, and you're allowed to be vulnerable based on who you are, then you begin to understand why I do this. Because I'm here for myself. This is my release. This is my opportunity to express and to give it to you the only way that I know how. I don't know how to be politically correct when it's on my mind, when, it comes out of my mouth. I don't have to think about the statement or if somebody's going to blackball me, or somebody's going to sit there and not want to do business with me because of what I say, because of the words that I speak. I'm watching these young men and women, these artists that come to me and talk and ask for advice and consultation. I'm watching the next one up. I'm watching the stars of tomorrow. I'm seeing some of the seeds that have been planted that are now beginning to come up from out of the ground and blossom into something very, very fruitful. I enjoy watching the process, being a part of the process, being accepted into their process, and doing whatever it is that we can do to assist them in accomplishing their goals. And as always, beautiful people, that was a dramatic pause for a lot of you that aren't into the film. See, I'm on my acting thing now. I'm on my film shit now that I didn't have the opportunity to talk to Foster Corder. I'm on my acting shit now. You know what I mean? I'm fine tuning the lines when it comes to, you know, how I need to deliver what it is I need to deliver. Because I know I'm gonna be in the movie here pretty soon. I know it. I'm gonna be in the movie here pretty soon. Not some shit that I've produced or that I've shot. Somebody's gonna come to me like, "Gee, we want you to come read these lines for us, man. Come audition and read these lines, and because we want to see if you fit this role. We know that you the guy. We know that you have what it takes." See, I'm trying to give you those different dramatic inferences that I can bring to the table at the drop of a dime. See, that's the little inside scoop that you might not have known about me. I did my little YouTube tutorial, my little 15 minutes of how to be an actor. I've been certified as a thespian. I went to the Juilliard School of YouTube. So don't be mad at me if, in fact, I step into the room, my collar, and get your job because you don't want to be dedicated to your shit. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, beautiful people, it's about health, wealth, and wellness. Stay dangerous. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.